What's up guys, welcome back to Seize the Speed for another quick review. Today to the right side of me, we have a 2021 Tesla Model 3 Performance with a track package. Let's get into it. So the track package Performance Tesla Model 3 when the 2021 year model, it came with these upgraded track wheels that look absolutely phenomenal. They look a lot better than those turbine wheels or the base model wheels that are just abysmal with the hubcaps. And this car does have a brake upgrade. They do come with different brake pads. Also, it is sitting a little bit lower than other Model 3s that you would see running around. Outside of that, the design is unchanged. It's pretty much the regular Model 3 that you would see with a little bit of like blackout packages and things like that. Of course, we do have the facelifted Model 3 out now that looks different headlights, different front end. This is generally the first generation of Model 3. They all kind of look like this. Outside of the wheels and the brake package, you can't really tell. It's really subtle. One more thing that you do get with the Tesla Model 3 Performance is this carbon fiber trunk spoiler. And it is a failure point on these cars. As you can see, they do like to delaminate here and there. Other than that, this car is extremely discreet. All you can see back here is this dual motor badge, and outside of that, it looks like a regular Tesla Model 3. All right, so for the sake of time, I already have reviewed the first generation, first body style of the Tesla Model 3. Link right up here for a 2023 in-depth Model 3 Standard Plus review. The interior is exactly the same as this vehicle, and other than the minor features that I talked about, cosmetically, this car is exactly the same. Interior feature wise, exactly the same. So link right up here if you're interested in a way more in-depth review of the Model 3. But today's video is mostly about the driving experience and the powertrain upgrade that you do get with a Model 3 Performance. So without further ado, let's go ahead and join me in the car, buckle up, and take this thing for a drive and talk about that. All right, so driving the Tesla Model 3 Performance with the track package. And I've driven this car a good bit before, so I have some opinions on it already. And first one is, it's quick. It's really quick. 0 to 60 in a 3.1 second advertised. Pretty sure people have done, broke that a little bit here and there too. Off the line, this car is insanely fast, 495 horsepower, and it is posted top speed of 165. I don't know if you would like to go that fast in this, but apparently you can if you'd like to. It is distinguishably faster, especially accelerating on your lower end from 0 to 60 or kind of 30 to 90 highway speeds. But on the highway is when it kind of starts dying down a little bit. You know, you do experience a little bit of loss as you do with most electric vehicles. And to demonstrate that, we are going to get on the highway real quick and see how different this thing feels. So right now we're going 30 miles an hour. We're just gonna do an on-ramp demonstration. And that's 60. So that was a 30 to 60. Insane. I mean, there's very little ICE cars that can get to it for even double the money. I mean, the acceleration that you do get out of this car is out of this world, and I totally understand the hype behind it. And right around here, right around 70 or 80, that pull, that absolute just gut punch starts dying down a little bit, starts getting a little more subdued. However, in an EV, you don't have gears, you don't have turbos, you don't have torque that needs to be loaded up, and it's absolutely instant. So that definitely helps. Even on the highway, this is still a very quick car, but it's nowhere near the craziness that you do experience on the street in this thing. Other than that, it is every bit as great as the regular Model 3 in terms of comfort, in terms of daily drivability. It does give you 315 miles of range off of a full charge, which is actually pretty good. I consider any EV over 300 miles of range to be pretty impressive. From the owner's perspective, if you do drive spiritedly, you're not going to see anywhere near that 315. It's really hard to actually get to that number. You're gonna see probably somewhere in the mid-low 200s, and if you really go crazy, you might even be lucky to be around the 200 mark. So it is a fun car, it's fast, but it does take a toll on your range if you do drive it spiritedly all the time. Absolutely ridiculous. So in terms of handling, it is also less body roll, the fact that it's lowered down, and I think it does have stiffer dampers than, or at least it feels that way, than the standard Tesla Model 3, because it just corners a good bit flatter. It could also be this wheel and tire package, the fact that they are both bigger in diameter and in width definitely helps this car stay planted better around the corners. And to be honest, even though this does have performance brakes, for the level of acceleration that it offers, it can get a little bit on the less efficient side. It does have regen braking though, so as long as you're not going too crazy, you can just rely on one pedal driving and it'll do a decent job. So let's talk about value here. A new Model 3 Performance I think starts in the 50s, which is not cheap. And you can buy one of these. They depreciate a lot, and they will always be one of the most depreciating cars, EVs in general, because of the unknown support on the back end. So as they age, the confidence in them goes down. However, I've heard a lot of great things in terms of reliability and durability on these cars. Yes, the material choices aren't the best, but here's where the value comes in. This is a 2021, and it was purchased in 2025, a few months ago, with right around 27,000 miles on it, for less than $30,000. So the value proposition is you get a car with 3 seconds 0 to 60 with 495 horsepower for less than $30,000. And that, in my book, sounds like a really good deal. I don't know. But on that note, I would like to end today's video. So I would like to hear from each and every one of you. What do you think about the Model 3 Performance, especially as a used buy? I think it's an absolute bargain, and I would like to hear what you guys think. What other EVs or what other cars in general, performance cars, would you cross-shop a Model 3 Performance against? With that being said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Smash that thumbs up button if you did. Subscribe for more reviews like this. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Peace out, and I'm out.